I am born and raised in Taiwan. Everything in Taiwan looks pretty normal to me. I mean, there's no surprise for me for MRT or any kind of things I see in the daily life. It seems pretty normal to me. I was wondering, how does foreigners view with Taiwan? I was lucky enough to meet this guy on the street. He just arrived Taiwan 2 weeks ago, and he was willing to sit down with me and tell me about his view about Taiwan. We would refer him as Mr. Star. Hi, Mr. Star. How are you?
Hello there, Travel Cindy. It's a pleasure to be here.
Can you tell us a little bit about your view about Taiwan since you arrived here 2 weeks ago?
Oh, definitely. As I've experienced in Taiwan, it's so different from the States. Uh, Taiwanese people definitely have FOMO. FOMO is fear of missing out. They love to wait in line for food and drinks. For example, there was this 80-year-old man waited in a 30-minute line. When it was his turn, he asked the cashier, "What do you sell here?" Basically, he had no idea. He saw a long line and figured it must be good, so he waited and walked away with his boba tea 40 minutes later, happy as a clam. And when you have all this food you're walking around with, try finding a garbage can. They are impossible to find. It's easier to find a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow than finding a garbage can in Taiwan. Regardless, it's still one of the cleanest cities I've ever visited. And everywhere you look, the signage, whether you can read Chinese or not, there's cartoon characters everywhere. I finally realized that this is the only way and most effective way to get people's attention away from their cell phones. And what is Taiwan known for? I mean, it's the home of boba tea. There are multiple boba tea shops on every block. It's clearly the highest amount of boba tea shops per capita in the entire world. If you look it up in the Guinness Book of World Records, it's probably in there. The competition is so fierce. So, how do you choose which one to go to? It's like when you go into a convenience store and you look in the Gatorade section. They have like 50 different flavors. Which one do you choose? And how do you know what the weather is going to be like outside? You just take a look as you're walking around and you can spot the difference by just looking at locals and a foreigner. The tourists walk around with no face masks and are wearing a t shirt and shorts. Locals are layered up like an Eskimo awaiting a blizzard, so that means it must be sunny outside and 55 degrees. Public transportation in Taiwan is so easy. The subway system is called the MRT, and it's quieter than most libraries and cleaner than most hospitals I've been in. Can you believe they serve over 2 million riders every day? And you can get around most of Taipei for less than a US dollar. How is that possible? And talk about the medical care efficiency and service. Taiwan is known for one of the best health systems in the world. The staff assists thousands of patients through the stations and sends everyone home with a care package of antibiotics and ointments. Taiwan hospitals have officially replaced Disneyland as the happiest place on earth. And as you're walking around, Taiwan has a ton of mosquitoes. They are so small and deadly. They're like invisible. You can't see them. You can't hear them. Next thing you know, you got bit and you're scratching yourself like a drug addict for days. And then how about the Taiwan day and night markets? You can buy everything from underwear to fruits, vegetables. It's a butcher shop, seafood. And then when the sun goes down, the street food vendors come out to serve the thousands of hungry locals that have just finished their 16-hour workday. Then they entertain themselves by catching goldfish in a net and shrimp fishing. And in this big city of Taipei, it's all about convenience. You can't walk down the street without seeing an Uber Eats or Food Panda scooter delivering foods and drinks. And then every time I see a 7-Eleven, I immediately think Slurpee. Then I go inside, and besides all the convenience store essentials, they sell coffee, milk tea, lunch boxes, tea eggs, and now Chanel bags? They're always full of people eating their meals there. Can you say the same thing about your local 7-Eleven? Well, if you're visiting Taiwan for the first time, let me know if you notice the same things I did. For those of you that have been to Taiwan, do you agree or disagree? Any other observations that I may have missed? Please leave your comments below. And I hope to see
Yep.
you in
Now
Taiwan.
you hear Mr. Star talking about Taiwan. What do you think about it? Leave the comment below. I would love to hear from you. Well, see you next time.